everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well and having a lovely day. So recently I was tagged by the beautiful Emily Norris to do the baby names tag or the baby names challenge. I think it's called a few different things video. So thank you so much to Emily for tagging me. I was actually watching her video and thinking this is such a good idea for a video. I hope someone tags me. And then she did, so I was so happy. And I'm going to tag a few people at the end of this video that I would like to see do the baby names tag as well. So I'm just going to jump straight into it. I really hope you enjoy it. If you kind of like the baby names I love but won't be using type of videos, it's a bit similar to that. So here we go. So I've written everything down on my phone, and the first question is, what is your favourite boy and girl's name from the top UK names list 2015? I'm not sure why it's 2015, maybe that's when this tag started, but I went from that list anyway. And I noticed that Archie that year was number 35 and Elliot was number 53. So of course they're my favourite boys' names, otherwise it would be a bit of a weird one why I picked them. And for girls I chose Summer and Amelia. They're just two names that I've always loved. I'm not exactly sure where they came on the list. I know Amelia is usually right near the top and Summer is a little bit more unusual, but they're both in the top 100 baby names for girls anyway, and I just think they're beautiful names. The second question is, what is your least favourite boy and girl's name from the top UK names list 2015? And that was really hard because I'm going to offend somebody. Like, I'm sure somebody watching this is going to have or know a child of any name that I could ever come out with, so I really don't want to offend anyone, and I don't hate any names, but I looked through the list and I decided to pick David for a boy, because if you watched our baby names I love video but won't be using, you know that's one of Ricky's favourite names. But I just find it quite an old-fashioned name now for a baby. You don't see many new baby Davids, do you? But I don't dislike the name, it's just I wouldn't personally choose it, but it's one of Ricky's favourites because of David Beckham. The girl's name I actually picked was Katie, not because again I don't like the name, I actually do really like my name, but again, you don't hear many Katies being born now. I know, obviously, it's still quite a popular name. They're both still in the top 100, so loads of babies are getting called David and Katie. But I just don't tend to hear that many baby Katies born. Question number 3 is, if you had twins, what would you name them? And that's for 2 girls, 2 boys, and a boy and a girl. And this was really hard because I didn't think I would pick names that kind of match up or sound similar, because I would like them to be individual, but actually they have similarities. So for the girls' names I picked Evie and Elodie. They're 2 of my favourite names anyway, and they're not too similar sounding, but they both start with the same letter, so I think that's quite nice for twins. And then for boys I picked Oliver and Joshua. Again, completely different names, but they've got that sound at the end, so they kind of match, and I just think Ollie and Josh would sound really cute together as well, so I love that. And then for girl and boy, I chose Maisie and Jake. Not for any particular reason, again, I could just think they'd be nice twin names, sibling names, and also as they got older they could be called May and Jay. I don't know if that's really sad, but I just thought that was really cute. Question 4 is, if you could change your name to anything, what would you change it to? So I thought about this a lot, and when I was little I wanted to be called Alice because of Alice in Wonderland. I still love that name now, I think it's such a pretty name for a baby. And as I got older I wanted to be called Elle because of Legally Blonde and Elle Woods, and I think because of the magazine as well, and Elle was just such a cool name to me. I would have loved to have been called Elle. But now I actually like my name. I like being called Kate, and I think that's because of Kate Middleton. She's kind of one of my style icons, and I just think she's so classy and elegant, and I love that I have the same name as her in a way. I know she's Catherine, I'm Katie, but Kate, we're both Kates, so that's why I like it. Okay, so question 5 is, you have 4 children, any gender, their first names all have to start with the same letter, what would their names be? So I went for E names, and I'm going to repeat a few that I've said before because I'm choosing my favourites. So if they all had to be E names, I would have 2 boys and 2 girls, and they would be called Elliot, Elodie, Ethan and Evie. Now I actually wouldn't name my children that if I had 4 children, because Elliot and Elodie, they're a bit too similar, aren't they? But if they all had to start with an E for some bizarre reason, they're my favourite 4 E baby names. Question number 6 is, what is your favourite animal inspired name? And I was really stuck on this, so I had to do a bit of a Google of what animal names there were, and actually there's quite a few really nice ones. So in the end I picked two, a boy and a girl name. The first one is maybe kind of obvious, but it's Bear. I really love the name Bear. I call Archie Bear all the time. It's not actually his middle name, but I do really like the name Bear. And also, if I did have a bear, he would also be called Bear Payne, which is the same as Liam and Cheryl's baby. They got a bit of stick for that. But anyway, I like the name Bear, and I also like the name Birdie for a girl. Obviously bird, it comes from the animal bird, so it's not exactly an animal, but Birdie I think is really pretty, and I love the singer as well. Question 7 is, what is your favourite colour inspired name? I couldn't choose just one, I've actually got 3. So my favourite I think is Scarlet. I've always loved the name Scarlet, but I don't think I would ever have it as a name if I ever have a daughter, because it would probably get shortened to Scar, and Scar Payne is probably not the nicest name or most feminine name for a girl, but the name Scarlet I love. I think that's beautiful. I also love the name, and this is a bit of a cheat, but there's a colour in it, the name Grayson, so obviously grey. I think that is such a cool boy's name. And my third favourite colour inspired name, kind of cheating again, but there's a colour in it, is Rosie. My little cousin has just been born and her mum and dad called her Rosie, so I love that name. I think it's beautiful, and obviously Rosie, so they are my 3 for colour inspired names. Question 3 is, what are your top 3 favourite boys' names? Now I won't hang about on this one too long because I've said these 3 names before, but obviously they're going to be Archie and Elliot. And I also love the name Jake, because that was between what we were going to call Elliot or Jake. We didn't really know. In the end we went for Elliot, but I really like Jake as well. And my top 3 favourite girls' names, it changes all the time, but I love Lydia, I love Summer, and I love Maisie. Question 10 is, what is your favourite celebrity baby name? Now I was assuming this meant celebrities' babies instead of a name of a celebrity that you would call your baby, if that makes sense. So if that's the case, then I love the name Theodore Rose, which is what Robbie Williams and Ida Field's little girl is called. I think that's really pretty. I also love the name Harper, which is obviously David and Victoria Beckham's daughter. Love those 2 names. If it's a celebrity and I would have to choose their name, it would probably be Reese for a girl, because I love Reese Witherspoon, and I actually think that is such a cool girl's name. Reese, I just think is beautiful. Question 11, what is your ultimate guilty pleasure name? I didn't really understand what that meant, because again, I really don't want to offend anyone, and I don't think any name's kind of like a guilty pleasure necessarily, but I went for a couple of old-fashioned names, and again girls' names sprung to mind for this one, so I went for Ivy and Margot. I went for Margot because I love Margot Robbie. I think she's an amazing actress, she's beautiful, so ever since I've kind of loved her, I've loved the name Margot, even though it's quite an old-fashioned name. I think it's becoming more popular now. And Ivy, again, it's a really, really old-fashioned name, one that's coming back around though. Question 12 is, what is your most hated baby name? Now hate, that's a very strong word. I once heard, I think it was on the radio or on a TV show, that a couple named their child Lala. Like actually their real name was Lala after the Teletubbies, not a nickname, like the actual name on their birth certificate. And I just think, I hate any name that is going to be difficult for a child growing up, because basically you're giving that human being their name for the rest of their life that they have to live with, unless they're going to go and change it. So just don't call your child Lala, don't call your child something stupid that they're going to get bullied for or they're going to hate growing up, basically. Question 13 is, what is your favourite food or drink based baby name? Again, I was like, what names are there for babies based on food and drink? But I found 2 that I like. One is Anise. I don't know how popular that name is. Obviously it's from the spice star anise. And I also love the name Anae, which is quite similar, but it's not really the same thing. And the other name that I liked was Honey. So I think that could be a really cute baby name as well. 14 is, choose a name based on a month. So I went through the months and I was a bit like, which one do I like? And I think my favourite, if I had to choose, would probably be April. I think that's a really nice girl's name. If I had to pick a boy's one, that's a lot harder. Most of the months are very feminine sounding, but I think August could be quite a good boy's name. Like, I guess it comes from the name Augustus, which kind of reminds me of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory now I'm thinking about it, but August, I've never heard of a little boy called August, but I think that's quite a cool name and you need to be quite a cool baby to pull it off. Question 15 is choose a baby name from a movie. Now obviously I mentioned Elle from Legally Blonde, Elle Woods before, love that name. But another name that I love is Matilda. Obviously the title name of that particular film, I just think it's really pretty. I think it's nice, it can be shortened to Tilly, Tilda, and it's just a really cool name, and everyone that I know that's called Matilda always gets asked if they have magic powers. That's probably a bit annoying, but I think it's really cute anyway. And for boys, again, it's the title name, but I love the name Oliver. I think it's lovely, it can be shortened to Ollie. It's a cool name, it's always very, very popular. I think at the moment it's the most popular boy's name. It often is Oliver and Olivia, but yes, Matilda and Oliver. And finally, question 16 is choose a name that is already in your family. And I went for my lovely baby nephew. He's called Noah. He's a little bit older than Elliot. He is coming up to 6 months now, and he's the cutest little boy ever. And I love the name Noah. It really suits him, and he's just adorable, so I couldn't pick any other baby apart from him. So that's all the questions. I hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you a little bit of an insight into more names that I love, maybe even gave you a few ideas if you're expecting a baby anytime soon. Let me know if you like any of those names as well in the comments, or feel free to share your favourites below. So I'm going to tag 3 people to do this video. I know loads of people have done it already, so sorry if any of these people have already been tagged, but I'm just going to tag you again. So the first one is going to be Laura from Belle's Boutique. She is expecting her baby girl in December, so she must have loads of baby names. I'm not sure if she wants to share them at the moment because obviously the name is a secret, but if you want to do this video, Laura, then please do. I'd love to see your baby names. The second is Hannah Mags. She has just had, as you probably know, her gorgeous little boy. They haven't got a name yet as far as I know, so this might be really, really, really hard for Hannah to do, and also she's probably extremely tired and busy at the moment, so I'll let you off if you don't want to do this video, but I thought I would tag you anyway because I feel like you would have some really cool names. I'm also going to tag Gabriella Lindley, Velvet Ghost, to do this video because I know she did a Baby Names I Love But Won't Be Using video, and I know she loves this kind of thing, so I thought she might want to do the tag, so tagging you as well. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. As always, I would love it if you gave this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you're not already, and there's also a notification bell. I never know which side it's on, but it's down there somewhere if you'd like to get notifications of whenever I put a new video live on my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys!